Hello there. So this will probably be my last video, I think, before we head out to Japan in a couple of days for Star Wars Celebration. I probably won't be posting on YouTube too much, if at all, maybe a couple of shorts here and there. But I will be posting on my TikTok while I'm there pretty constantly, I hope. So if you want, jump over and follow me there if you'd like to keep up to date with everything. So we leave in 3 days for Japan. I've got a Star Wars Black Series toy hunting video in the works for Japan. I'm going to play the first 5 minutes of that video at the end of this one as a sort of teaser trailer thing, I sort of guess, just to sort of give you the idea of what the video is going to be. Obviously, the bulk of the video has not been filmed yet because I'm not in Japan, but I'm going to show the first 5 minutes at the end of this one so that you know what to expect. So we are a week out, essentially. It's Saturday morning here. Obviously, this time next week, I will be at the convention on the Saturday. Very exciting stuff. So let's just go through a few things that have happened in the last couple of days and weeks. So sadly, Oscar Isaac has cancelled his appearance at Star Wars Celebration and will no longer be attending. Changing his schedule, that's a real shame, but, you know, shit happens. It would have been his first one. With his panel with him and Vanessa Marshall. But yeah, life goes on. Now, from what I can see, the panel that is replacing that one at 2:45 on the Saturday is now called Stars of Star Wars. It's going to be hosted by Vanessa Marshall again. If you don't know who Vanessa Marshall is, that is the voice of Hera in Star Wars Rebels. And this panel is going to feature Mads Mikkelsen, Manny Jacinto, and Sam Witwer. So that sounds pretty awesome and a pretty good replacement, if you ask me. Obviously, we had the reveal of the animated show, Tales of the Underworld, featuring Cad Bane and Asajj Ventress. Check out my reaction here. This is probably going to be talked about more at the animation panel. It's probably the thing that they're going to sneak peek. I'm still holding out hope for the announcement of a brand new full-length show there. Not holding my breath for it, but I'm holding out just a sliver of hope. So hopefully we'll see. Now, the publishing panel is one that I'm super excited for, and we've gotten some announcements already that are likely to be at this panel. We've got Master of Evil by Adam Christopher that focuses on Vader after the events of Revenge of the Sith. We have the Art of the Acolyte book, which looks fantastic. We've got a new Blueprints book, Kids book. There is a great-looking Doug Chiang book as well, covering the development from The Phantom Menace all the way through to The Mandalorian. This one looks fantastic. It's in 2 volumes, like 800 pages. That's going to be awesome. We had a little surprise announcement this morning that the second DLC for Star Wars Outlaws, A Pirate's Fortune, which is going to feature Hondo Ohnaka, will be at Celebration in some capacity. I don't know, this came out of nowhere. I don't actually know when or how or where this is going to be at Celebration. I couldn't see anything on the schedule, couldn't see like if they had a particular booth or a table set up. Are they just going to play like a trailer at the live stage or something? I have no idea, so I'll be keeping my eye out for that just to see what's going on. I really like Star Wars Outlaws. It's gotten better with every single update. I wasn't crazy on the first DLC, but I'm keen to revisit that game with a new update, especially with Hondo. We got a really cool food menu for the food hall at Star Wars Celebration, which I'm going to go through here now because these just look fun. These just look fun as hell. So let's go to the English one. You've got Light and Dark Inari Sushi. We got Forbidden Love Onigiri, Jajamen, which is spicy noodles basically, Wookiee Yakisoba, which is interesting. Wagyu Speeder Skewer, which is just a beef skewer designed to look like a speeder bike trooper. You've got Grogu's Delight, which looks like frog legs, but it's actually just chicken wings. It's a Trap Takoyaki. I love takoyaki. It is octopus. Oh, only one spiced with tobacco. Okay, so yeah, you usually get a couple. So you get 6 pieces of takoyaki and one of them has Tabasco sauce on it. So that's the trap part of it, I see. That's very fun. I love takoyaki though, so I'll just eat all of them anyway. Tatooine Warabi Mochi. I don't like mochi. I tried it for the first time not that long ago. It wasn't a taste thing, it was the texture, consistency of it. It made my skin crawl. Didn't like it. And Droids Monaka, which is little like wafers basically. We've also got some drinks down here. Iced coffee, yuzu soda, matcha latte, iced milk tea, and a sesame shake, all themed to different Star Wars characters. This is going to be at the food hall in Star Wars Celebration, which I will get to in a minute. Weirdly though, I saw on the Star Wars Kids corner that there's going to be like Nubs there. If they have someone dressed up in a giant Nubs like mascot costume, I need to go there and get a photo of that. That would be amazing. I don't know, but is that weird? It's probably a little weird, but I don't know. I just feel like that would be fun. And we're still waiting on the reveal for the anime and manga pavilion. Really excited to see what that's going to be looking like. It's going to be based basically on Star Wars Visions. It's been saying coming soon for a long time on their website. They've got to be updating it soon, so we'll see. Now, if you're attending Celebration yourself, on the app, because there's a phone app, if you don't have it, go get it. On the app and the website, they've got maps telling you where everything is and where you have to go to pick up your badges. You can pick up your badges from the Tuesday of next week. Check the times, they have it, but they've also got the maps that tell you exactly where you need to go to get those badges. Also on these maps, it tells you where to go to get into the convention, what line you need to be in, where you have to line up for panels if you are going to the Celebration stage, the Twin Sun stage, or the Galaxy stage for certain panels. It shows you where those queues are, so you can figure that out and find out where you need to be so that you don't miss out. I hastily made, because everyone takes like little swag things to give away and trade at Celebration, I hastily made some like little credits on the computer to give away to people. They didn't come out super nice. Like the layer lines are pretty bad on them. Let me just refocus the camera here. The layer lines aren't great, like as you can see, like on the symbol there, but these were done in about 5 minutes on the computer, so that's why they have come out pretty bad, and the paint job didn't go very well on them either. But I just did a little stamp on the back, Star Wars Celebration 25. But yeah, I got a couple of these. I got a couple of credits, which were based off the Star Wars Outer Rim game. I don't know if anyone's played that board game, but that's kind of like what the credits look like in that game, and I just made those up and put a little stamp on the back of them there. They're very, very rough, like some of the edges, there's some bubbles, there's layer lines. These ones look weird because I didn't make them flush, basically. See how everything like juts out, and then later I was like, I'm gonna make them flush, so I've got two different types. These ones that are flush, and then those ones that don't have the border on them. But I'll have a bunch of those. If you see me over there, see if I still have any, and I'll give you one. So yeah, that's about it. We leave in 3 days. My girlfriend has packed and repacked her suitcase 3 or 4 times at this point, I think. I've just been trying to pack my carry-on bag. I've been trying to cram so much stuff into there, it's almost like impossible to carry around. I've been packing different books, some to read on the plane and others that I want to get signed, because there's going to be some of the authors at the bookstore there doing signings. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to take and get signed if I can. We're getting close. I'm getting nervous because I've never flown before. This will be my first time on a plane, and it's an international 9-hour flight, which isn't horrible, but it's nerve-wracking for me just because I've never done it before. But yeah, like I said before, if you want to follow me here. I'll post a couple of shorts here. Follow me on TikTok because I'll be posting more there. Sorry, need to refocus on myself. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. Like I said, follow me here and follow me over on TikTok if you want to keep up to date. I'll be posting as much as I can, where I can, while I'm over there. Make sure you follow me here, subscribe, all that good stuff. And here is the start of the video for the Japanese toy hunt for Star Wars Black Series over in Japan. Thank you for watching. May the Force be with you. Always. I've set myself a toy hunting challenge for my upcoming trip to Japan for Star Wars Celebration. Now I've made a list of 20 Star Wars Black Series figures that I do not have in my collection, and I'm going to randomly select 5 of them, and they are going to be the main bounties that I am searching for on my trip. Why not all 20? Well, that would retail for around $1,000 Australian, and I'm not willing to spend that kind of money on toys on a holiday. Now there are a ton of things I want to do in Japan: Disneyland, Disney Sea, Universal Studios, Star Wars Celebration itself. I want to visit the temples and shrines and Torii Gate, see the Godzilla Hotel, Pokemon centers, and of course, toy hunting. As you can see, I collect Star Wars Black Series figures, and in the lead up to Celebration, I made myself a promise to not buy any until we went to Japan in order to save a little bit of extra money for the trip. Full disclosure, I broke my rule. I did manage to pick up Mara Jade for about $12 very recently. It was too good of a deal to pass up, but yeah, let's continue. So for fun, I decided to set this challenge for myself and made a list of 20 Black Series figures I'd like to hunt down while I'm in Japan. Now look, could I buy these figures here in Australia or online for cheaper? Probably, but that's not the point. That's not as fun. Where's your sense of adventure and whimsy? Hunting them down in the wild is half the fun for me. So when we get to Japan, I'm free to buy whatever Black Series figures I want, but there's just one problem. Japan doesn't really sell a whole lot of Black Series action figures. Here's the thing, Hasbro products are not super in demand in Japan. Companies like Bandai and Takara Tomy are way more established there, especially with the latter holding the license for things like Transformers toys in Japan, while Hasbro has it for the US market. So Hasbro, who makes figures like Black Series and Marvel Legends, has a lot less of a foothold in Japan, making these figures a little bit harder to come by, but not impossible. So of the 20 figures, I decided that I would whittle it down to just 5, and those would be the main targets of the toy hunt. But which 5 do I pick? Well, I've put the 20 figures I want into this wheel, and we're going to spin it 5 times to see which figures I'm going to focus on. Now I've got a decent range of figures here that I don't have. I've got a lot of clones on this list, a couple of deluxe figures, a couple of exclusives that may not even be in the country at all, and the rest. So here we go, time to spin the wheel. Alright, let's do it. Spin number 1. Ooh. Commander Cody, alright. Clone Commander Cody. Now I purposely included a lot of common figures on the list just so I'd have a better chance at finding some, and this is a great first pick for me because Cody has been released and re-released several times. Originally out in 2015, Cody was re-released in the Archive series in 2021, and again this year for the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, giving me 3 whole possible versions of him to find. Alright, we're going to shuffle and do spin number 2. What do we got? Ezra from Rebels. Okay, a little bit harder than Cody, I think. I sort of decided to mishmash my Rebels Black Series. I've got Kanan from the old release wave, Chopper from the new Rebels wave, and decided to just use Hera and Sabine from the Ahsoka wave for their figures. I do have the Ezra from the Ahsoka wave, but in all honesty, he is one of the few figures that I actually regret buying. I'm just not a big fan of it, it's barely in the show, I wish they'd done his Paradia version instead, so I'm certainly looking to get his original Rebels version, and this one was originally released in 2019 with a re-release in 2020, giving me 2 possible versions. Alright, shuffle number 3. Fives? Oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Okay, I'm kind of cheating for this one. When I look at my Black Series shelves, I have some major missing figures there, one of which is I don't have a single variant of Obi-Wan Kenobi. He has a few different versions out there. I think I'd like to get the Episode 3 version or the Clone Wars versions, but honestly, I'll take what I can find. I would even accept the Padawan Episode 1 version, which has been released several times by now. It's cheating a little bit, but I'll probably take any version that I can find, making this figure the most likely one to get. Shuffle and let's spin again for number 4. What we got? Oh, Grievous, that's gonna be expensive. No! Soul. Alright, Master Soul from the Acolyte. Master Soul. Yes, I am one of the people that enjoyed the Acolyte. Sue me. So far in my Acolyte Black Series collection, I've only got Jeki and Yord. Look out for their prequel novel later this year. I'm waiting for price drops on most of the others before I pick them up, but one that I haven't seen in the wild yet is Jedi Master Soul. I've asked a few stores and they've all told me that he pretty much sells out right when they put him on the peg the same day, which is kind of surprising to me. Now this is a figure that is probably easy to get on Amazon or online, I'm sure, but like I said before, where's the fun in that? So we will be on the patrol for Soul in Japan. Alright, shuffle and spin number 5. Who's our last figure that we're looking for? Cardinal? Ooh, Zeb Aurelios. Ooh, that could be a problem. And just like I want the original Ezra to fill out the Ghost Crew, I am also looking for our boy, Garazeb Aurelios. Now, Zeb was only released in the Rebels wave in 2020, and I have never seen it in the wild or online for a decent price, to be honest. I am not at all confident in finding this figure, but we'll see how we do. So, with all that said, the only thing really left to do is go to Japan.